What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to my channel with myself, David, Millionaire Incorporated. And if you're a regular viewer, you know on weekends I like to jump in and do an analysis of the forex charts, in particular for the pound yen for our currency pair, just to see what it kind of did during the week, to see what trades we could have taken potentially, things we can kind of learn, pick up on from the actual price action of the pair itself, to kind of get a better understanding for how it moves and develop a plan for trades moving forward. So, if you're new to the channel, don't forget, guys, smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and leave me a comment and say hello, introduce yourself. I'd love to hear from you. And let's get into the charts. So, if you watched my video from last weekend, we finished the week on this candle just here. So it was a bit of a negative candle rejecting off this 152.08 area, where during last week we kind of bounced between that price and this kind of ascending trend line, kind of creating that pattern, that ascending triangle pattern there. But we opened just here, just literally right where it actually at that 152 area, or just above, and you can see here pretty much as soon as it opened, it just took off. Now, if you're watching the video last weekend, I was hoping that was going to kind of bounce between this 152, 52.08 area and this trend line a few more times before either breaking to the upside or the downside. And then I was wanting to see a retest of that trend line or this 152.08 area before continuing higher. So obviously we didn't get that. But if you were watching the charts and were able to, you would have actually been able to kind of take that trade, and you could have probably just taken it as a broke one of these highs here. So from this 152.2 area and taking it up, or if you wanted it all the way, or if you can see, I've got this area marked just here. So I'll jump up to the 4 hour and actually show you why I actually marked that area just there. So that area just there is this 152.69, 152.7 area, where you can see it kind of created that resistance and support, which are respected before coming down and making that move there. So I was looking at it and thinking it was going to be an area where it might actually have a bit of a struggle with the price. Also, this area just here, so I'm actually going to add that to the chart, so I'll actually show you that one in a moment. So drop back down to the 1 hour again. So I was kind of watching this area 152.7 where it might actually exhaust and kind of come back lower to finally test that area of support, which is, you can see here, it was a reasonable area of support. I'm looking left, so I drop down to the 1 hour again, and you can see it kind of exhausted on this candle here. So I actually took a sell position on that candle there. As you can see, unfortunately, it was a loss. I was hoping take the sell, go for a bit of a quick trade, come back down to this area of 152, 152.2 before taking it up higher again to this next level of this 153.3. Now, I'll be fully honest with you guys, I had a bit of a negative week again. Obviously, trying to I was chasing and not allowing trades to either come to me or trading with the trend. So you can see it was quite a strong bullish move. So you don't want to kind of get caught in a environment or a situation where you're trying to trade against that. Sorry about the ads, guys. And yeah, so unfortunately, I was actually hoping for some kind of pullback to either of these areas here. This either 152, 152.7 or one, but it didn't quite do that. So I'm going to delete that one there, and I'll just kind of zoom into this one here so you can actually see what I actually did and why I was kind of looking at it for taking a trade. So you can kind of see it kind of came up and it came back down. You could argue that what didn't actually exhaust, but you can see on the 1 hour it kind of did exhaust. So you potentially want to look for something more like this here, where it's kind of exhausted on the 30, came up, tried breaking above it, and came back down again before actually moving lower further. So that's why I was kind of taking that trade from this area here, where I was saying that 153.30 area. You can see it kind of exhausted, but there weren't strong candles, so it kind of came down. Couldn't break this low just here. I'll kind of zoom into that one a bit more so you can see what I'm talking about. So it couldn't break that low there and just kind of continued high. Now, that's actually quite a bearish candle for considering the last previous candle. So similar thing, that's where I kind of got caught out again. I thought it was going to continue lower and it said, nah, sorry, and just took off again. So those were some of the areas where I actually had some losses, as you can see. Reasonable areas to kind of take trades from, but just didn't work out in my favor. And that's also why you want to kind of make sure you're using correct, proper risk management. So 2% per trade of your capital, and no more than I'm always going for 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 risk reward kind of thing. So after that, if you remember, I was watching this from a while ago where I was waiting for the price to actually come up to this 153.5 area, 154, which it finally actually did. So you can see it kind of shot all the way through, tested this area here. You can see it's kind of on the 1 hour. That's where a proper exhaustion here is, where it's kind of exhausted and then actually continued lower. Then it just kind of ranged through this area here a bit before breaking, testing here again, potentially looking at going long, but kind of create like an M pattern before coming back lower again, and then got stuck in this range again for a few more days before breaking above. And we ended the week just here on this 154, just above this 154 area. So bit of a lot of messy price action through this area just here. It wasn't clear. It was a very messy week. So the best trade for the week would have been taking it as soon as it broke above this area just here. If you were willing enough to kind of wait and actually hold it to those highs of that 153.5, and you could have actually done that. So I'll actually put that in. So a break of this price there. Let's add in the usual kind of parameters. So 40 pip stop loss, which I like to use. 80 pip take profit. And you can see there, quite an easy trade to take that one. Let's just drop down to the 1 hour quickly and see what actually, of 15 minutes, see what actually did in that area. I actually haven't done this yet, so I'm curious to see what actually did. So you can see after it broke that 152 area, let's make a nice even 152 here. Broke above, came back, tested, and then took off. So you could even actually have taken it on this candle just here, at like 152.5 to 152.25, and taking it up to the highs there. So that would have actually been your entry right there. See, during the day, guys, unfortunately, I'm at work and I actually don't get to look at the charts too often. This actually happened quite early in the morning, or if you're in the States, on the Sunday afternoon, just after the market, a couple of hours after the market opened. So yeah, that would have actually been a decent trade to take. That was probably going to be the best or number one trade to take for the week. Let me just reset those. Jumping up to the 1 hour time frame there. Then from there, it's, like I said, got pretty messy. So when trading as well, you don't actually have to have that 40 pip stop loss. You can actually have just a 10, 15, 20 pip stop loss. So you could have taken it just here, 20 pip stop loss just there, gone for 40 pips or even 60 pips if you liked. Let's chuck in 60 just for a bit of a laugh. And you can see there, you would have quite easily had actually hit that price target, and that's a 3-to-1 risk reward, risking 20 pips for 60, taking it just to that previous kind of high. So 32, just shy of just over 1.5, kind of 1.5 to 1. So doing that, not the best trade. So we didn't really have those opportunities to kind of have like those big kind of 80 pip profit targets for your trades this week. Very messy through this area, a lot of indecision. As you can see, tried breaking below here again, and kind of holding at this area just here. Let me grab my tools here. Holding at that area just here, couldn't actually break or close below that, and actually took up again. You could actually take the trade from there as well, up higher. But yeah, so as I said, bit of a messy week during the week. So, and as you can see, only really one proper decent trade to actually take for that week. So let's move on to what the pair might actually do for the week moving forward. We're still in that uptrend. We have kind of broken above this area now, closed above both 4-hour candles. As you can see, it's already done that there once before, so it could potentially come back down lower again. Like I said, I do want to see it. I would like to see it kind of come back down and test that 152.2 area again. Even this area, just this candle just here. But in saying that, we've got to kind of just watch price action, see what it's actually doing, before actually kind of taking those trades. So, bit of no real kind of support through there. You could actually, might be worthwhile watching this area just here for potential support. So it could actually come back and test that area there. So something you could see is this. So from here, could come back down to test just there, actually at a horizontal ray, so we can actually watch it a bit more closely. So test that area just there. From that, or it could actually move higher to those. Let's add this to the areas above, or from here could come down and test this area just here again, or even lower to there. So it's just one of those things you got to kind of wait and see. Let me remove that. Just got to kind of wait and see what it actually does. We did have that massive impulse, bit of consolidation through there. Still an uptrend. Could even argue that it's actually respecting this minor trend line here. So you might want to just watch that trend line. See if it breaks that, you might want to take it to the lows, or it could actually move higher to that 155.50 area or 155.5 area for a starter. And as always, you want to kind of look left for those areas. But looking on the daily, we are kind of getting that exhaustion here. So if we see a close below test, it could actually make that move down to the lower to test this area just here again, or even just this high here. So areas we're kind of looking out for. Let's draw on this chart here. Just there at that 153.06, so 153 even if you wanted, or that 152.2 area here again. So yes, it could kind of take it down to that 151.85 area. So takes a bit of practice to kind of get your zones or areas of support and resistance drawn right. We all go through area times where we think we got it right, and all of a sudden it just takes off and goes in the opposite direction. So you're just going to kind of watch price action, manage your trades, manage your risk reward on your trades, and just patience, really, guys. So let me know what you think that this pair might actually do for the week ahead. I'd love to hear from you guys as well. As always, guys, don't forget, smash that like button. Let me know that you like the content I'm putting out there for you, and drop me don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Cheers, guys. Catch you next week.